Hello, today we're gonna play Project SkyShard again. We've got a new patch yesterday, so let's try it out. Okay, we got a dynamite turret to start off. That is pretty good. Let's try that. A novel's shop. This early on. I'm sure there's something in here. Assemblator? Yeah, I mean that's good enough. 2 weapons to start off. Sounds good to us. Sounds good to me, at least. They only have a oversized crossbow, which I mean that's not gonna go off on day one. Unfortunately for them. So that was a free win. I mean, a big defense unit right now would help a lot. Yeah, a big defense unit. Charismatic mirror. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just take another big shot. Yeah, we have Materia Contrarium. Which we could use already, to be honest. Well, not really though. This is kind of early. We could take one of these production units. Yeah, or we could do the Tether 2000 and start buffing our weapons. Or we could just... So basic production utility. Do we have any of those tags? We have basic. Tinker structure utility. It's kind of the same for the assemblator. I don't know whether it's better to take the tethered right now and buff the weapons as for tempo, or just get Geronimo's warehouse. I am gonna get the Geronimo's warehouse because that can generate a lot of value. Okay, they have 2 weapons as well. They have a bunch of trees. This is such a good unit, by the way, like it generates so many trees. And we took 5 health because they generated 10 billion trees. I love that, by the way, that we just take so much damage because they just have a bunch of trees. Okay, I mean, these are some interesting ancient shops. Let's take this. Oh, we could try and make a fatigue build. I don't think we are quite doing anything towards that right now though. Okay, a nature unit. We can get more lifesteal on our weapons. Sounds good to me. Or we can get an arborist. Oh yeah, that's amazing. And they have stuns, is what they have. Okay, I mean, I think... Okay, that's kind of annoying. This lifesteal, though, is maybe doing the thing we need it to do. Not quite. Didn't quite get there. Okay, well, we have Valmir the Wizard now. Bamboo. Altering Stone. We have a way to give this health right now. Not really. Bamboo is so good, I have to take it. And just a big unit. Okay, another assemblator. Now it's another weapon that is also gonna do a lot of damage, so... I want the lifesteal to be on all of the weapons, so... We're gonna do that. Did we get a tree or a shrub that round? Maybe. Well, we're doing fine now. Yeah, they just didn't have a lot of weapons. A big structure. Okay, and dig side, I'll take that. Another tree. By the way, we should have this like spread itself. Production unit? I mean, it's still kind of early. Random enchantment. I don't know, let's just get another Geronimo's warehouse, because why not? Oh, we have weapons here. The Sun Altar. Is that better than getting the Eternal Bonfire? I don't know about that. Because I think the Eternal Bonfire might just be what we need. So we make these faster. And see whether that helps. Oh, they have Weather Machine. They don't seem to have... No, they do have Tinker units, but it's not telling me. Okay, these are becoming pretty fast. Not as fast as I would have imagined, but... we are shooting them very fast now. Yeah? Nice. We have... oh my god, how much... we've got so many units out of somewhere. I don't even know out of where. Friendly and enemy units. Do we even want that? Maybe. Power line over there. Sure. Let's take a big Novus unit, because why not? I mean, we could get a replicator. I think we have too much random stuff for a replicator to be useful, but I don't see how. We could get like 6 mana with this, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. I think this doesn't even work the way I want it to. So let's just do this. Get the random ancient unit. Honestly, let's do it. Yeah, when a defense unit dies, give our weapons buffs. Sure, that's fine. Okay, well, we I've kind of... okay, they did destroy the mana jar. Which is good, because now we have 14 mana. We kind of treated mana there. I don't think we wanna stun utility units, although I don't think we need the utility units, so sure, why not? Crystal Mine, why not? This doesn't actually do anything useful for us, I believe. Tinker Shop could have some interest in it. Well, Jump Star. Nah, let's just do the Force Field then. Big Tinker Shop, not quite what I was trying to get. Yeah. Okay, big defense shop, let's do that. This is pretty good. This could be pretty good as well. Might be better. Don't think we have the stuff necessary for Pillar right now. This is higher rarity, let's take it. Let's do this, and let's stun the enemy units, why not? So we have a bunch of weapons. And we have Toy Store as a weapon. We are getting lifesteal to our assemblators that are getting faster with the Eternal Bonfire. Mini Black Hole is gonna destroy the proliferator, get more trees. We're gonna have a bunch of trees all around, and we're just getting production units. Why not? And they are doing Bamboo Thanatos Altar, which is kind of tough to get through, to be honest, but it's not like that big a deal for us. We are shooting pretty fast and a bit high damage, right? How much damage? I mean 80 damage. That's fine. They couldn't get to us. Yeah, the assemblators just do a lot of damage. Alright. We get a shrub. Home in landmine, sure. That makes perfect sense. Do we have a tinker unit? We do, actually. This is not gonna do anything though. Do I want more health? This by the bamboo makes a lot of sense. Like the smaller bamboos are gonna have more health, so I wanna put it there. Okay, supercharger is very interesting because you can get more damage on the assemblators, which is pretty good. I wanted some defense, yeah, which we do have. We could also get a glowberry. I don't think this is that cool next to... Let's do this, I think. Okay, so we're actually getting more lifesteal to our weapons as well, which is kind of funny. We might wanna do this, just because it's more triggers for the glowberries. And we're gonna find out whether we can win versus Scooby-Doo. How much damage do we have now? Quite a lot. We do take damage on these weapons somehow. Yeah, that was a lot of damage. Activations, yeah, assemblator, alright, alright. Cool. I think we're doing very good, very well, very good right now. Just more speed. Okay, we don't need this. And this gains health. Okay, I mean, sure. I'm just not even gonna try and make it gain health. We just have shrubs all around. A big defense unit, sure. Proliferator, why not? Let's just put it next to the black hole. I think there's something in the tier 2, tier 3 tinker units that I might want, but I don't know what that is. Let's get rid of some of the stuff I don't necessarily need. And let me get another defense unit, that sounds good to me. Yeah. Let's get a prismatic mirror. Up front. Sounds good to me. What is this? Nature units get to random nature unit. How about we just get a random nature unit? Okay, a ruby, I mean that's fine. Start of combat gain 10% damage. So I don't know whether that goes before or after the, you know, the start of combat effect of this. But we're gonna put it there and figure out what happens, I guess. So let me wait for okay, supercharger went off. We have less damage on this one than we have on this one. Interesting. How is that even possible? I don't get why this one has more damage than this one right now. That doesn't make any sense to me. We got 10% damage here, right? This guy only has plus 3 damage from this. And I don't think we buff weapons in any other way. Alright, I don't really know what's going on there. Oh, by the way, this UI should have like some indicator of how much lifesteal the weapon has. Because like this gave 5% lifesteal, but it's hard to see that, right? Like, I don't get the damage buff that happened there. which is kind of interesting. Two assemblators. Two assemblators just seem pretty good, and we have a bunch of trees on our island. Which, I mean, they're not gonna get to us. I think this is a very good run that's gonna happen here. So we're gonna put more rubies all around, right? We're gonna put this right there, next to the bamboo. That's where I think is the most efficient. We have pillar, and we have another... we could do this. 6 well is pretty good. It's gonna like make everything magic. Do we need faction synergies? I don't really think so. This is start of combat anyway. Everything is start of combat anyway, right? We don't really do anything with... We don't really do anything with... anything with faction synergies, as far as I can see. More speed, I mean, I'm down to take that, yeah. Okay, let's give me more crystals, how about that? Or trees, I'm down for trees as well. Let's just put a bunch of trees before the bamboo, because why not? Okay, well, magic units, they have some defense stuff, so I'm gonna put that on the dynamite turret. And hope for the best. So we have 10 billion trees. We have assemblators that I'm gonna check again after the supercharger dies, right? We have 162 damage on the one without the enchantment. And they have 3 rubies, so there's like minus 9 damage, is 153. This is 150. Why? What happened? I don't get what happened. Why is this a thing? How does this one get more damage than this one? That doesn't make any sense to me. What am I missing? I don't know. Oh, they threw something at us. Oh, I think they threw a lot at us, but we have a bunch of trees. Oh, the obelisks did target the assemblator, I think, which is kind of annoying. But our trees are gonna hold up. Alright, that was pretty good. We have another arborist, because we can. Trees. Utility units, I mean, we can stun utility units, it's fine. More health to the bamboo, because they are gonna take forever to... I don't know, I want the time diluter necessarily. It's kind of tough to say what we want. Proliferator, yeah! That's what we want. 10 billion proliferators. I mean, we could take that, it's fine. A necromancer had... honestly, necromancer had with a bunch of trees is actually kind of interesting. Now that I think about it, that's a lot of damage buff in there, right? Oh yeah. What is this crystal item? We kind of need a crystal core, I think, at this point. So I still don't understand what happens here. Okay, let me pause before the supercharger goes off. This already has more damage, but now it has like 15 damage from this, right? So it's 78. 78. Okay, that makes sense. Supercharger dies. This is 171, and now this is 150. How? Okay, so this is minus 15. That is 156, right? 156. This is 150. Why? That doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, that's so many trees all around the island. Holy moly. Honestly, trees are so good. I mean, the proliferators are just insane units, to be honest. But they're like never gonna get to our weapons at this rate. Cool! What has the most health gained? Their units. We did the most damage. Alright, good. Alright, we can take a bit more damage here, I guess. Emerald next to the bamboo again, because I love it having it there. Sure. We can gain more life still, because why not? This is fine. I don't actually want another mine, because it's gonna destroy the crystals, right? Arguably I shouldn't be running this one either. Okay. Proliferator? Yeah, let's do that. That sounds really funny. Okay. Okay, we have the wood totem, that does help here. 10% health, that's fine. Now, I think we take Accelerate. And... maybe... the second chance on the wood totem, that sounds good enough to me. So this one apparently does more damage, so I'm gonna take that. I don't know which one is gonna fall below 25% health, but it's fine. Okay, these we just keep in the inventory. Now we're just gonna start the fight. Okay, they have assemblator, they have stick swell, which is a pretty good unit right now. Okay, so before the supercharger goes off, we have 93 minus like 15 is 78, right? 81 minus 3 is 78. Yeah, that's fine. That works as I would expect. Now, 171 minus 15 is 156. 153 minus 3 is 150. I don't know why this is having less damage after the supercharger, despite it having the enchant, and this one doesn't have an enchant for damage, right? That doesn't make any sense. But that's just how it is. Oh my god, the amount of trees on my island now is a bit ridiculous. Their spellbound rocket might get to us eventually, but I think we're fine. They're still gonna spawn more trees. Hour. Alright. I mean, what's the best defense? Clearly it's a forest. Which honestly, that kind of is true in real life as well, right? A good forest is a very good defense. A bunch of trees, because we can. Oh my god, the speed here is ridiculous. So one thing about the crystals is that the spellbound rocket they had, for example, could get to our weapons because of stuff like that, right? Let's get a minefield around here. We need space for the trees, by the way. Like we can't forget that part. Honestly, like I don't want any of this. This atomic clock might actually be good for us, to be honest. Sure, why not? It takes a lot of space. Maybe not. How much space do we need for the trees? At least 16. Then that's fine, right? Let's get an enchantment. Sure. I don't think that's ever gonna happen, but yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's put the force field a bit further back, I think. It's a bit tough. It's a bit tough actually doing that. This is gonna be so tough. Sure, good enough. And our game has crashed. I think because I closed the inventory, or why? That is crazy that our game has crashed. There. Well, I'm recording a video, so I'm not gonna get the game logs for that. Come on, open the game. We're gonna open the game again. Hopefully get back into the run, because that was a very good run. New game, it says, but okay, let's put us back into our run. I do think we get enchantments here. Take more than 100 damage, negate 25 damage. That is a really good enchant on the Voodoo Totem. On trigger, gain 1 damage, sure. Let's put that here. And let's put that on the Voodoo Totem. Tinker Unit might be a supercharger. Yeah, it is. So what we can do here... It's kind of interesting. We actually don't need this, right? Like, it's kind of pointless. Now that I think about it. I wonder if maybe the toy weapons, like, they care about the lifesteal. Sure. And more speed. Let's go. Yeah, I have units in my... Don't crash again. Okay. So now... They're gonna pause the fight again after the supercharger go off. Okay, they have went off. There's so much more damage on this one. I think... Is that a... Yeah, that is a toy weapon in a tree. That's fine. I don't know why the bottom toy isn't there. Oh my god, the amount of trees. Wait, our weapon has died. How come? What damaged our weapon? I don't know what damaged our weapon though. This one has life still. Oh, is it like the Miria Curse Binder that has damaged our weapon? Maybe. That would make sense, I guess, if we just randomly targeted our own weapon. But it doesn't matter, we can still do a lot of damage, although the Fatigue Wizard did the most, and we still had 10 billion trees they had to get through, if they wanted anything. Okay, so the lifesteal we actually will put here, maybe that matters, maybe that it doesn't. More trees, because why not? Shrub. Sure. Don't want Sonic Mines. Emerald, I mean... Sure. Home in Landmine, sure. We can put this here. Though I don't think this even matters that I'm making town units faster, so let's just like put the watchtowers next to each other. Let's make it like a nice little nonsensical town up here. And let's get Tinker Unit. Oh, we had an atomic clock, right? And now we don't. Do we want the atomic clock again? Maybe. I do think it's kind of funny to have it. So Scola, I mean, I don't think that matters, but it is health. I guess it is health, but we need like, how much? We need like 32 spaces for the trees at least, which I think is fine. I don't know how many spaces we have, but we're just gonna fill the board with trees at this point. Okay, they have a bunch of voodoo totems, which is kind of annoying. Hopefully the assemblator's life still helps. Okay, well, no, that didn't help. We do still have a dynamite turret, but the dynamite turret isn't juiced as much as the assemblator. And their assemblator is juiced as hell. Holy moly. Okay, this guy might just beat us, because this guy has done something crazy. He's still gaining damage like crazy. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? Holy moly, what's happening here? That is insane. Can we still win despite all that? No, we can't. There's no way. What exactly is their build? That was kind of insane, no? Okay, so what happened here? Their assemblator did 60,000 damage. Alright. That's a lot of health gained. 36,000 on the stone wall. Oh my god. That's insane, no? Okay, what happened though? My game's lagging right now. Glowberries. Okay, glowberries are still broken. I think this unit just cannot have this text. Although I don't know what exactly broke it. And I'm not exactly sure what happened to... Wait, let me resummon this. They're supercharging the assemblator, yeah. They are Eternal Bonfire in it, yes, that makes sense. It was still gaining damage because of the Dynamo, I guess. Yeah, and the Tether 2000. That explains a lot of the damage gain. What it doesn't explain is the amount of health it was gaining. So what gives this health? Or like, what's happening here? You have Sunrise Fire, that's fine. This doesn't do anything. This makes down units faster. Yeah, it makes down units faster, but... I don't get what happened. I still don't get how this works. Why did this have 36,000? Well, I mean, I guess, but where did this gain health from? It was gaining health throughout the fight. I guess from these corrupt shamans? That could very well be it. They're roughly sharing the Sun Altar, okay. Okay, I think we have to continue because this, like, that game is not handling that well. You know, I don't want this atomic cloak. I don't think that is gonna help us in any capacity. We might want some help on the weapons then. Just to have some shot at surviving a voodoo totem. Oh, Crystal Core is pretty good, yeah. I do want the Crystal Core to be quite next to the thingies, yeah? Next to the superchargers. Is there something we can do with materia? We do have homing landmines, so we could materia them onto the assemblators. That is true, we could. Should we do that? Maybe. Can we do that even though? Like, is that a possibility for us in a reasonable manner? Because moving this forward does come with downsides, right? Like, it's gonna become, a lot of our trees are gonna become like, kind of... This actually doesn't have anywhere to go, huh? Oh my god. No. Uh-huh. Can I even do that? Like, is that even possible for me to... Yeah, it is possible to like this, okay. We don't want the trees back here, so we're gonna put that over there. And we're gonna homing landmines here, because they have a lot of base damage that is just gonna go over there. And then, yeah, that's fine. So now this one is definitely gonna have more damage, right? Oh, dong 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 dong. Okay, I have a lot of force fields and weather machine. Ouch. Okay, now this has 300 damage, alright. They don't have voodoo totems, which is really good for us. I don't know whether this tells me how much magic... that does seem correct. They don't have many magic units. That seems like a weird weather machine build then. A lot of particles going around, but we have a lot of damage, so it should be fine. And we have a lot of trees as well. They do have a curse binder, because I saw our weapon shooting at something from our own units, I believe. If that's what I've seen. Yeah, nah, that is fine. It's working, a lot of trees and assemblators. That's very good. I had a lot of beekeepers activating. I did 17,000 and 14,000 with our weapons. And health gained was their force field. Our bamboo gained 2,000 health somehow. Honestly, I couldn't tell you how that happened, but sure. 2,000 health. I mean, I guess there's a bunch of trees next to it. The 2,000? That seems like a bit ridiculous amount. No? Okay, I mean, Eternal Bonfire back here would definitely help something. Although maybe we want this to be the one that gains the health. Alright, yeah. Another materia. Honestly, at this point, I think it doesn't matter. We don't actually want the space to be taken up by anything. We just want the space for the trees, right? In fact, let's take this away from the board and like have more space for trees. Okay, they have a bunch of trees next to a pillar. Sure. Okay. Oh, they're also doing the homing landmine thing, pumping up Tesla coil. I have Eternal Bonfire next to Mecha Dragon. Okay, that does look kind of scary, to be honest. Oh my god, the amount of trees on my island is crazy. Our crystals have disappeared, by the way, but it's fine. I think we have won because of the trees. The amount of trees is ridiculous, right? Our weapons are still alive. Nice! And they can't beat the trees, except for that one guy who did. So 13 wins, that's an amazing run. And I'm very happy with this one. We got 88 rating, alright. Nice. A bunch of trees. I mean, this combo down here, mini black hole with 4 proliferators, that is like an insane amount of defense, right? So, yeah, people just couldn't get through it. And we had a decent amount of damage output as well. Anyway, goodbye.